There we go. We're live. Welcome to Small Town Mentality Podcast. I'm your host, Ben. Randy is not here today. Filling in for Randy today is Mark from Amigos BC.
Yo.
So Mark's helping me co-host the show today. We're live from Drama City Production Studios in downtown Evanston, Wyoming. Our guest for today is Adam Nutter, comedian and host of Nerds with Words.
Yo, what's up? Thanks for having me, gents. First and foremost, thank you.
Well, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, man. How's Wyoming in this COVID days? Is there 4 fucking cases?
Yeah, I think there was 6 total in our county.
That's stupid.
So yeah, we never really locked anything down. All the restaurants are open. Everything is cruising right now.
God, our governor Wolf of Pennsylvania is like, shut it down. They're like, we have no cases. Like, shut it down. It's like, okay, well, people are starving to death here. So what are we gonna do? And he's like, I don't care. It's fucking rough over here. My wife's losing it. It's not great.
Yeah, it's all governor run. You know, whatever they want to do.
Yeah,
goes.
It's fucking rough.
We had, speaking of restaurants being open, there's a new restaurant in town called Ichiban, and it is a hibachi grill. Yeah. Japanese food is the best thing I've ever had. We've ordered like 15 times. I just had it before I came over here. Their calamari is the best I've ever had.
Like hibachi, like Ariane, like volcano onion hibachi?
Yes.
And you're getting that for takeout? That can't be as fun. The whole fucking experience is them doing goofy shit in front of you.
We haven't really
whatever.
We haven't really been going to much restaurants. We've just been getting takeout all the time.
I'm jealous. I wish I could go to a fucking restaurant. I'm stuck in my goddamn house. God, dude, I would take 2 homeless Japanese guys pretending to be hibachi chefs right now to cook for me. I'd be like, awesome. I'll eat it. It's something, man. Like, I'm going crazy here.
What's going on outside your house right now? Do you have any?
No, but I got the cops called on me.
Yeah. I was actually going to ask you about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're tired of being in your house?
Yeah, I'm tired of being in my house, and fuck the government and fuck the man. So I don't agree with the lockdown, and I don't agree with a lot of the COVID rules. And like, I don't know. I don't think the fucking park should be closed off for kids. Like, like they're stuck at home. Like, they're not going to hurt each other fucking on a slide. It's silly. So I may have, I don't know, allegedly maybe have uplifted some of those signs and put them in a new spot that wasn't their intended purposes, maybe. And then maybe some guy saw me and maybe he called the cops because I threatened to fight him afterwards. But that was after.
Didn't you say you walk by his house all the time after that event happened?
No. I normally walk by his house with my dog. Like that's the path I walk by. But now my wife won't let me. She won't let me go that way because she's like, "You're just gonna fight him." And she's like, "Is that worth it?" I was like, "It's 100% worth it. Are you kidding me?" Yeah, he called the cops on me. I don't know. That's worth it to me. I don't know, because here's the situation. Like, I gotta paint the story for you guys because I just sound like an asshole right now. So I don't agree with the signs. And when I say they're signs, they're like fucking signs like that they're like pushed into the ground. It's like they're like nailed in or like welded in or like hung up nicely. They're just like a bullshit like wooden stake. Like this is closed. That's it. Just pushed into the grass. So I just fucking took them. I just literally threw them. Like that's it. I didn't like smash it over my knee like my 5th strikeout in the game. I just fucking tossed it to the side. And some woman, his wife, I guess, saw me and she was like, "Excuse me?" And I was like, I think kids should be able to play. This is bullshit. And I kept walking away and she kept yelling, not really yelling, trying to get my attention. I kept walking away. And then the guy was like, "Hey, were you fucking throwing signs?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man, calm the fuck down." I'm like, "I didn't even break them." He's like, "They're everywhere." Like he was making a way bigger deal about it than it really was. And then I was like, "Whatever, dude." I'm like, "You know what? I'm leaving anyway. Don't worry about it." Put him back in. So he gets a hammer and like starts hammering the signs, but he's still talking shit to me. And I'm like 35 feet away from this guy. I'm not like approaching him. I'm like, "Whatever, dude, whatever." I'm like packing I went to the local park area that we all share to I was just hitting pads, MMA shit, like just hitting pads, working out, getting a little workout in. And he's talking shit to me, like mad shit to me, and then like pointing their hammer at me, like he's gonna fuck me up with the hammer. I'm like, whatever, dude. I'm like, get out. I'm like, I'm fuck. Then the guy's like, oh, I'm gonna call the cops, and that just made me lose it. Like I was like, I don't know. It felt like this, like he's alpha posturing at me. And then the ultimate beta move is to call the cops. like I don't know. And that kind of triggered me into like a sense of like, you want to talk shit and like threaten me. And then as soon as I'm like, all right, man, you want to keep going with this, I'll approach you. And then he's like, oh, I'm going to call the cops. It's like, I don't know. It's some bitch shit to me. So then I walked away. And then like 20 minutes later, I saw the cops pull in. I was like, ah, fuck. I just walked to my house. And that was it. Nothing happened of it. But like now I can't walk that way anymore because my wife is like afraid I'm going to fuck the guy up or something like that.
I like how your park has an MMA gym. Like, what kind of?
No, it was just in the open. It was just in the open area. I just went there to train because it was an open area.
So you were beating up trees then in the open area.
I was punching trees like a fucking like Rocky IV. That's how you train. You go out into the wilderness and you fight the animals in nature. Don't you guys watch movies? I'm training for
a couple of things. I got a couple of things for you. So for one, you said the reason you're taking the signs down is because kids should be able to play. But
yeah, I just disagree with a lot.
Yeah,
my co-host Neil pointed it out to me, but don't harp on that. Move past it. Move past it. Okay. Move past it to the bigger picture.
2, why couldn't you just walk past the sign?
I'll tell you why. If I'm not gonna make a stand, who will? You know, civil disobedience. I'm a libertarian. I got to do what's right for us. Stand up to the men. Small acts of fuck you, you know?
Okay. And 3, why was the other guy at the park in the first place?
Well,
why was he yelling? He's also at the park.
Oh. So he lived in the park?
Not in the park. I'm not doing a great job describing where I live.
Can he run a hibachi grill or?
Yeah, if that guy was like, yo, put the signs back, I'll make you some hibachi. That's a fair trade. That's a fair trade, but he just threatened me with the hammer instead, which I'm not psyched about that deal. So no, it's like a common area, but there's houses around the common area, and his house is like right there. But there weren't even his signs. Like, you fucking nerd. Like, what are you mad about? You know? I know I sound like an asshole. I'm not really convincing anybody, but it's fine.
I'm sure you've been asked the same questions I was asking.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on your side, though. Like, I believe that...
Fuck yeah, Mark.
Yeah, like, let them play on the playgrounds. Like, what is it going to do? No one's disinfected those things in ages, and there's a flu, and I'm not a huge...
Now, should I have beat his wife to death? Maybe I took it too far, you know? But hey, he was asking for it. But yeah, that was it. That's been my time in lockdown.
That's the only incident you've had
so far.
Oh,
I've had a few
road
rage incidents when I've been out and about, but you know, I'm really not an asshole, everybody. I swear, I'm just mad right now.
I've been working the whole time, man. Road rage is my thing.
Yeah,
that's all I get to have.
It feels good.
Like all of this, we love truckers and trucker appreciation and truck drivers are heroes shit you see all over the internet the last couple of months. Yet they still cut us off in fucking traffic, assholes.
Yeah, that's a rough
it's like,
job.
I'm 100,000 pounds. There's no braking, so don't just pull in front of me and slam on your brakes. It's not happening. That's how you die.
Yeah, I never understood. Like, let me fuck with this truck. It's like, okay. Go for it, I guess. I mean, even if you go to jail, that guy still is dead. So who really loses in the long run? You know, like Tracy Morgan's buddy lost out on that one.
Yeah, Tracy did not, though. Tracy did well for himself.
No, he did well. He made out. He made out just fine.
If you're gonna get hit by a truck, a Walmart truck is probably one of the best ones to get hit by. All I'm saying.
Yeah, because you know they're going to sell out right away. They're going to settle. Yeah. Especially with Tracy Morgan.
Yeah.
They didn't want that smoke.
Sometimes I'm driving around like, if another truck, like a big company, hit me, and let's say I broke an arm or leg or something, I could probably make out pretty good. and then just take a couple of months off, make a bunch of money.
Would you LeBron flop? Like I always thought, like if a major accident happened around me, but I didn't get affected by it, would you do like a LeBron flop and just you would see an explosion and be like, oh my god, you'd be like, whoa, it's crazy. Look around and be like, ah, and just go down too and hope to be part of that lawsuit, and just ride it out.
If you were a family member was affected by
yeah, like the mesothelioma people.
yeah.
Which, by the way, what is that? That sounds made up. I don't think it's a real thing. I think that's fucking made up by the lawyers of mesothelioma.
I'm sorry, Mark is distracting me right now. He keeps muting himself. I'm assuming it's because his wife and kids are being loud, and now he's moving his whole setup to be a quieter location.
He's relocating.
Yes, this is exactly what's going on right now.
He went to the garage.
I see a water heater, so that can't be good. That can't be. You're going to the lower part of your house.
Just the garage. Yeah, sorry. I'm just trying to get somewhere where like none of the kids around.
I thought you were gonna go. I thought he was gonna go into his trunk for a second. Like it looked like he was gonna pop a trunk.
Let me climb in real quick.
He's gonna put a blanket over him.
It's quiet in here.
With a light. Be like, "Are you afraid of the dark?"
Is it soundproof in here yet or no?
It's not bad.
No, I'm saying into my trunk.
even being in your garage isn't bad.
Oh, nice.
If it was soundproof in trunks, how would we find all the hookers?
Oh, that's true. Well, you usually don't find dead hookers in the trunk, right?
Probably the grass I was chewing. Sorry.
I don't know what's happening.
Probably you put hookers in the ground when you're done with them.
Oh, that's true.
Are they special cookies?
So edibles don't work for me. I'm too much of a pothead. Okay. My fucking tolerance is so high. I've eaten edibles with all types of milligrams in them, and I don't get high anymore. It's a real bummer. Yeah. Like even regular weed.
I haven't been able to smoke pot and or edibles in 15 years, 13 years, something in there. Somewhere
they drug tested you? I guess that makes sense. But I don't know, dude. It's bullshit. It's fucking weed. It's not a drug. Yeah. It's like, do you want to eat awesome stuff and be tired sometimes? Take weed. It's like, no. But it's like meth is like, you want to break apart your family life and lose all your money? Take meth. Like, don't do meth. But hey, I'm a libertarian. Do meth. I don't know. Do meth if you want to do meth. I wouldn't do meth. You probably shouldn't do meth. But go do meth if that's what makes you happy, I wouldn't do it though.
If you or a family member have been affected by meth,
please call the mesothelioma people. They take all those cases.
Yeah. Well, it's part of the name, mesothelioma.
Yeah. Yeah, my wife is I have the house to myself. She's away in the Poconos with her family all weekend. But like
every time I hear Poconos, I think of Friends.
Why?
Because Rachel always wanted to go to what is it called?
Oh, the Poconos. That's right. Yeah. It's fucking boring. There's nothing. I don't know. It's like, do you like the outdoors? Are you an outdoorsy person? Then I guess it's cool. But if you don't dig mosquitoes and fucking snakes every 4 feet, I don't know. Not the place for you. Like, there's fucking rattlesnakes. There's bears. I can't have a gun because I have a weed card. So like, it sucks. I don't know. I don't want to go up there. It's boring. There's nothing to fucking do. Like, I'm a city guy. I'm from fucking Staten Island. I'm Italian. I'm Italian trash from Staten Island, New York. I don't want to hike in the woods with bears. Get the fuck out of here. So they're terrifying.
Are you still living in New York, or are you down here for just for the corona, or
no? I got married.
You moved all the way
3 years ago.
Oh,
and but yeah, I know. And my wife lives out here. So I'm like an hour from New York, so I'm in New York all the time. So it didn't really affect my New York comedy time.
I've been married for 9 years next month, so that's fun.
Is it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Because sometimes it is, and then sometimes I'm like, it'd be cool if you fell into a wood chipper. That'd be cool. Like I don't really feel that way, but like you do, you know. It's just especially like this tension now, because like this is she's a teacher, so this is our daily schedule. I'm a comic, so she goes out at 7 in the morning to teach. She'll come. She has a second job for no reason. She just does it. I don't know why she does it. We don't need the money, but she fucking does it anyway. So she has a second job after that, and then so she'll come home around like 4 or 5, and then I'm leaving to go do comedy or something, or like a podcast or a show at like 6 or 7. So we only hang out for a few hours a day. Now it's all the fucking time, but it's just constant. Like I don't give a fuck if like I love my wife, but like no one's meant to be around somebody 24/7 that you stick your dick into. That's crazy. Like you need time to not be with that fucking person. Male, female, animal, whatever you fucking fly. It's not like it doesn't matter. Like it's crazy. It's too much fucking togetherness. It's like, you know, I have to be like, hey, want dinner? I'm like, fuck you. What? Yeah, I guess. I just blow up over anything. I just need space, but there's nowhere to go.
Or you try to do a podcast, right? And then the next thing you know, you're moving from one location into the garage because nobody can shut the fuck up in your house while you're trying to do podcasts.
Dude, the best
You need
is,
a man cave.
My wife's been doing like Zoom work conference calls, and by the way, this is how fucking disrespectful she is. She doesn't use headphones. She'll be like, hey, could you mute the TV for a little bit? I got to do this Zoom. I'm like, we have 47 headphones in this house. Use one of them. So like, she doesn't use that. She's loud as fuck. And then and then when I do my podcast, she'll be like, God, Adam, you're being kind of loud. I'm like, do you think you're not loud? Like, do you think 4 feet from me, I just can't hear you? Like there's an invisible wall, like you're a mime, you fucking idiot. Like I can still hear you. Like, it's just as loud. It's just so yeah, it's a problem. It's just.
I take it she's not at home right now.
Poconos. She's in the Poconos. Like again, house to myself. She's in the Poconos all weekend.
just making sure. You're really getting it on that one.
No, and then she'll also like straight up call me like retarded, like live on my show if I say something silly. You'll just hear in the background like you're fucking an idiot. I'm like, thanks, love you too. Like, what are you doing?
The last time my wife came down here and did my show, we were talking about some shit, and she brought up the fact that she punched me in the face and all her ex-boyfriends. So yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, I'm like
domestic abuse.
I'm like, you can't make me look like a cuck. What are you doing? I gotta like step up my shit. I don't have to choke you out now in front of people to make it. I like look tough or something. How does this work? I have this bit I've been trying to work on where like I lost like a lot of weight and like a lot of muscle. I don't have any muscle anymore. And me and my wife like will play fight. And I got her in a bear hug, like a reverse bear hug. And I was like, you ain't getting out of this one. And then she started pushing my hands down. I was like, oh no, oh no. And like she was, and I was like, good thing because I used to do MMA for a long time. So I was like, oh, good thing I know jiu-jitsu. So I was like, I'll just choke her out real quick. I didn't actually choke her out, but I just like real quick got her like a rear naked choke where she had a tap. I was like, if I didn't do that, she probably would have fucking broke that bear hug and like reversed it. And that would have been super embarrassing. She's 5 foot, 120 pounds. I'm 6 feet, 165 pounds. I was like, I got to start working out again.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had any muscle. But me and my wife wrestle sometimes.
Well, you were at the park until that guy interrupted you.
Yeah, I was trying. I had to call the cops on me. Yeah, it's weird. It's like, I feel like I cycled all body shapes you could go through as an adult. So, like, when I was younger, I played football and did MMA. So I played football from 12 years old to like full contact from 12 to like 25. I was playing like semi-pro and shit. And then I did MMA. I fought for a year, but I trained for like 8. So I was like in great physical shape. I had like a fucking 4-pack going. I was ripped, amazing condition. Then once I stopped fighting and doing football, I fucking got super fat. I just didn't care anymore. I just wanted to eat all the food. I was like, cutting weight was awful. Let me eat all the chocolate now. And I just ate like all the calories and fats you could. And I blew up to 266. And then I went from 266 to the body you see now. So now I'm just a fucking bony 165er. Like I have no muscle tone. My co-host Neil says if you take off my shirt, I just look like a shitty melted candle with bones, and he's right. Like that's all I look like. Like so I feel like I cycled all 3 fucking body phases you could have, like in shape piece of shit, and then just whatever, like average. It's weird. This is my favorite one, I think. Average.
I've never been over 125, and I eat whatever I want.
What did you do? What did you do to drop the weight?
I stopped eating.
That's it. You just starved yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. I intermittent fasted. Okay. That was it. That was it.
Every day?
I'm not kidding. Every day. I didn't work out once. Ask anybody. Ask any of my friends. Ask my wife. I didn't work out one time. I didn't go to a gym. Not once. It sucked. But this is what it comes down to. It's like, first of all, you smoke weed, so you get munchies. And then also, when you're so used to eating 100 times a day and nothing but disgusting food, your brain tricks you into thinking you're hungry all the time. And this is for anybody trying to lose weight out there. This is all you got to do. Tell yourself, stop being a pussy. You're fine. You're not starving. That's it. Just be like, oh, I'm hungry. Like, oh, no, I'm not, pussy. You're fine. You're 260 pounds, you fat piece of shit. You're not starving. You can live off your body fat for fucking 3 weeks, you idiot. You're fine. Don't eat, you disgusting piece of shit. Also, fat shame your friends. Fat shaming works.
By the way, he's talking to himself. I'm just throwing that out there. He's not yelling at the people watching.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Myself. Yeah, I'm talking to myself. Yeah. I am a fat piece of shit. Like, I was a fat piece of shit. That's what I was saying to myself. But like that, it works. It do all that. It's really as simple as like, hey, are you eating this many calories? Don't eat that many calories. There you go, and you fucking lose weight.
Oh shit, Mark dropped out.
Yeah, he was frozen for a while. But that was it. Man.
Or he felt like you were roasting him or something.
As I eat cookies. By the way, I gained fucking 3 pounds in quarantine because all I've been doing is eating cookies and cereal. I
heard a lot of people that do intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
And I've heard a lot of people do like, what's that other one? Fuck, I can't think of it. Starts with a keto.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard it. That's a big one right now, keto.
Dude, keto is fucking... I tried it. 11 days. I was like, nah, I smoked too much weed for this. I gotta eat something with sugar. This is crazy. Yeah. Go away. I was doing keto. Welcome back. How much of that did you
Mark, gotta get closer to the house.
I heard most of it.
So. Yeah. So just tell yourself, like anybody out there who wants to lose weight, you kind of gotta fat shame yourself. Fat shame yourself, and it's also helpful to have your friends fat shame you. Oh, really? Again, my co-host Neil and my wife fat shame me, and I was like, yeah, you guys are right. I look disgusting. And then I lost weight. It's that simple. It was a great motivational benefactor.
Got to be able to roll with the punches, so to speak.
And I had plenty of rolls to roll with, you know?
Yeah. So now that Mark's back, I did want to get into a little bit because I've been doing this week. I've been playing the stock market a bit.
Oh, me too, buddy. I invest in that in Bitcoin. Go. I want to hear it.
Bitcoin? How did you invest in Bitcoin? Isn't it like $6,000 a share right now? $7,000?
It's 11. No, it's 9.
It's like when right
now. So I got into Bitcoin when it was at 1100. 1100. And nice. I had $1,100. I was like, fuck it. And I forgot about it. And then one day I was like, yo, I have $12,000 in Bitcoin. What the fuck? Now I have $12,000 in Bitcoin. So now I will steadily buy into it. Like $200, something like that here and there.
Yeah, you can do that on Robinhood or even Webull. Or
I have Coinbase.
Like you could buy, Coinbase too. You just buy little pieces of it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to buy a whole stock share.
That's Mark. That's what I do now. So now I'll just buy like $250, $200, $300, $150 here and there if I have extra. Sometimes I'll sell stock, take that stock sale, and put it into Bitcoin sale. And I am selling my Bitcoin. Sometimes I also take different stock. I'll sell it, put that into more of a stock that's worth. Okay, like a stock that I am crushing in that I've gotten so much money off of, Penn Gaming from Barstool.
Okay.
The company that bought Barstool Sports, Penn.
Yeah.
I'm a big Barstool fan. I was listening to Dave Portnoy. Dave Portnoy was like, he's like, hey, I'm being biased. You guys should buy Penn stock. They just bought my company for $400 million. Go buy Penn stock. And I was like, I'm already in the stock market a little bit. I'm like, let me look at the Penn. It was at $7 a share. And this was right at the hit of Corona. So there's no sports. So it dropped. And I went, hey, I have a shit ton of extra money to blow. I'm going to throw like $150 into fucking Penn stock. And now Penn stock is at $30 a share.
Nice.
As of today. So it works out sometimes.
So I've been using the Robinhood app, and what I've done was I got everybody to sign up underneath me. So I got like 6 free shares. I haven't put any money whatsoever into this. I had like $15. Sold some shares. I had a Sprint merged with T-Mobile. They sold my shares for me. So I've built it to, I'm at $46 right now from 15, just because I've been. It's not a lot, but I've been.
No, that's actually a big increase, though.
It is.
Yeah, it's free money. It's free money that I've just been playing around. I just bought some CGI. I don't even know what the company is. So what I've been doing is
you bought special effects. That's so cool. You actually bought computer generated imaging. That's so cool.
So what I was doing, I woke up one morning, the market just opened up. So I was like, I'll take a look around. So I just put in A, checked out all those companies. B, checked out all those companies. When I got down to C, I was like, oh, this company is selling for 89 cents right now. I bought 9 shares of it, 89 cents. It's up to $1.40 right now. So
yeah, I can show you right now for my Penn thing. I was a little off, but I was close. I don't know if you can fucking see this. A little kind of.
Yeah.
It's so I have 10 shares of Penn. So I bought them at at almost 9. And now my equity's at 305. So it was a $200 plus total return so far, which is crazy. That's a month or two.
My GCI is up at $1.37 right now. I bought it at 89 cents a share for 9. And then I just bought a bunch today for CEI, which is a oil field company. And right now it's sitting at $1.33 a share. But it said the 52-year high was at $476.
Whoa.
So imagine, I bought 12 shares.
Yeah.
So imagine if it goes back up to $400 a share. That's going to be a decent payout.
400.
I played the long game.
Oil's going to come back at some point. Hey, put in the private chat what company that is.
Well, the thing with oil is America, us, we produce most of our own oil now. We don't rely on anything. So those was it Pico, whatever, no, petroleum, whatever, OPEC.
Yeah.
They could do whatever they want. We could just go, eat shit. Who cares? We make our own oil. So it doesn't really affect us anymore, which is great for stock shit if you want to play that.
Yeah, I was just looking at today because there's 500 different stocks on oil and gas. And so I was just looking through. I was like, oh, why is this one $1.33? I click into it. I check out the 52-year high. I was like, holy shit, that was almost $500. So if I buy in now at $1.33 a share, and just wait it out, play that long game.
Year or week?
Week. That's what
I was going to say. Okay, yeah. Yeah, let me know what company that is.
Yeah.
Because I want to be my phone. I also have Foot Locker stock, Nintendo, JetBlue, and something else.
You
Roku.
You brought up Foot Locker. I just recently bought some new Jordans through Finish Line. Like, I feel like I should have actually went Foot Locker because the fucking things are taking forever to get here.
Fuck Finish Line. Everyone should buy Foot Locker.
Well, it was just the first site that came up with the shoe that I wanted. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to order them. And then I made a huge mistake. Fucking things.
So I'm a child. I'm a child that never grew up. So all I wear since I was about 15 years old is DC skater shoes. And that's all I wear. And now they're really hard to find. But sometimes, occasionally I can find them.
All I wear are Nikes and Converses.
Yeah.
They got to be the right kind.
All the time until they became hard to find.
You know the kind with the real thick fucking front end?
Yeah, I grew up in the
90s. They're great slip-on shoes, man. You don't even have to tie them.
Well, what year were you guys born?
83.
I was 88.
That was 86.
Holy shit.
So we're all kind of 3 years apart, which is weird.
I'm like grandpa compared to you guys.
Not really. I'm fucking getting older. But me and my wife are literally 2 weeks apart in age, same year. And when I'll be like, hey, babe, remember this fucking thing? And she'll be like, no, about everything. And I'm like, did we grow up in a parallel universe? Because I know I grew up in Staten Island and you grew up out here in Newtown, Pennsylvania. But, like, we still grew up in the 90s together. Like, did we not have the same experiences? So when I talk to other people from my generation, I'm curious if you guys remember the same shit, like Stretch Armstrong, all that shit. She's like, kind of. I'm like, what do you mean, kind of? He was like a staple in the 90s. You guys remember Stretch Armstrong, right? Am I not crazy? Am I Mandela affected?
Yeah,
okay.
No, we used him as a lethal weapon once he dried up.
And then, by the way, that Mandela effect shit is fucking with me hard. You guys know what the Mandela effect is?
Yes, yeah.
I've heard of it, yes.
It's fucking real. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I'll fight anybody. That shit's fucking true. Berenstain Bears, 1,000% was always that. It was never fucking STAIN. Get that shit out of my face.
How many times have you seen The Butterfly Effect?
The movie?
Like, yeah.
With Ashton Kutcher?
Yeah.
Once. But I'm just a conspiracy theorist.
Adam will fight anybody. Ask the guy in the park.
If you don't know what the Mandela Effect is, you should actually watch The Butterfly Effect. Even though it has Ashton Kutcher in it, it's still decent. It explains it decently enough.
There's actually a better movie called The Mandela Effect that came out like 2 years ago on Amazon. Actually, watch that. It's actually better. Okay. It actually talks about the Berenstain. Like, he's directly talking about like the popular ones. It's pretty cool. But that's fucking. I mean, everyone can't be wrong. Everyone's memory can't be that fucking off.
No,
it just can't.
Well, yeah, Tricks definitely used to be different. That's a fact.
What was the Tricks one again?
So Tricks used to have like the actual fruit shapes.
Yes,
and
they did.
Nobody could remember that because now they're just like different colored balls. They're not actually
1,000% did. What? Someone get to the bottom of this. This is fucking real. Dude. I remember the banana in Tricks. Yep. I remember the banana. Yo, we died in 2012, and our timelines merged with another timeline, and this is what's happening. By the way, though, but there are some I disagree. Like, I never remember Sinbad as the genie. I always remember it being Shaq. Always.
I remember being Shaq too.
Yeah, always remember being Shaq.
Yeah, it's always been Shaq. It's
always
Shazam,
been Shaq.
Right?
Yeah,
right. Like,
always.
I never remember. Said it was Sinbad.
I also never remember. It's funny enough. The whole thing is based on. I don't remember Mandela dying in the 80s. I remember him dying when he died. Like, I was like, yeah, he just died. I never remember him dying in the 80s.
Well, he didn't die in jail, that's for sure.
Right. So those two things I disagree with. But there's a lot that do the Berenstain Bears, the Tricks one now. I'm a gigantic Star Wars fan. I have Boba Fett right here, right on my arm, tattooed. But
the Mandela Effect movie, that was the one with the supercomputer, right?
Hold on.
I didn't watch the whole fucking thing. I don't know.
Oh. This one explains it better, but I haven't watched the entire movie. I don't know.
What I watched explained it better. As far as I watched it, explained it better.
He met an author, right? That started writing about it. He met him at his house or some shit.
I don't remember. Brain trauma too. Fuck off.
No, it's the Mandela effect. It's the Mandela effect.
But like there's a few other ones that I'm like, no man, that's not that. It's for sure the other way. Kit Kat with the dash in the middle.
Yeah.
The Kit Kat with the dash in the middle.
No, it didn't. It used to just be Kit Kat.
No, it always it had a dash.
No, I don't remember it ever having a dash.
Fuck. Wait.
He's gonna look it up.
I'm looking it up right now. I had to get to the bottom of this. This is bothering me because I want to go over the popular ones to see if we can all remember.
I have a local one. So there was this fire truck, and it used to be in all of the parades in town, and it used to just like shoot bubbles out the thing, and it was the fire truck's name was Bubbles, and nobody I ever talked to remembered it ever. And so one time I did some investigative reporting, and I posted it on the classifieds, and a couple of people were like, "Oh yeah, I remember Bubbles."
Oh,
and I went down to the local fire station, and they turned into a water truck. It's still around, still driving. Sorry, there's just a little local one.
Wyoming news.
Wyoming, keeping it local. The Monopoly guy's monocle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a monocle, right?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I think so.
Apparently not.
It's a new age Monopoly. People don't remember.
Also, this I didn't look this one up yet, but this one for sure I remembered. Curious George had a tail.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
I want to say he did.
Because he's a monkey. Monkeys have tails. Apes don't. But they say he doesn't have a fucking tail. But remember that fucking tail. I remember that fucking tail. All right, let me keep looking at some other ones. Yeah, the Bernstein Bears. Curious George. Oh yeah, Chick-fil-A.
9/11.
Was by the Mossad, the Syrian government, and the deep state. I know. Chick-fil-A, CHIC or CHICK.
I've only ever known it as Chick.
Spelled how though? CHIC or CHICK?
Yeah, like you would. Yeah, CHICK. I'm not good with the alphabet, but yeah,
with the K on the end.
Version we see it. Yeah, the version we see it now.
Because the company legend supposedly it's apparently always been with the K on the end, but I remember it being no K on the end.
Yeah, I've only ever remembered it the way.
I just remember being CHIC. Filet.
I can't help with this one. We've never had one.
All right. We'll keep going. Oh yeah, another Star Wars one. C-3PO isn't all gold. His leg is fucking silver.
Yes.
Yo, I've watched Star Wars. I'm not kidding when I say I'm a Star Wars. Again, Boba Fett's tattooed on me. I've watched Star Wars, especially the original trilogy. Dude, from a child, my parents will tell you, to an adult, countless times. When the fuck was his leg silver?
They brought it back in the 1, 2, and 3 because Anakin never finished him. So that's why his leg was silver.
But in the original cut, they're saying it was always silver, and there's no way it was.
No,
I don't know.
I had toys.
In the original, he was always gold.
Gold, dude. Completely. I remember the iconic scene of him and R2 coming down the fucking hallway of the cruiser transport ship leaving right before Vader boards it, and there's a wide angle shot of Rebel troops running, and there's R2-D2 and C-3PO full top to bottom view. He's all gold. I could rehearse the lines of those movies inside and out. I know everything. The original ones, not the fucking George Lucas bullshit 90s ones. I had the original VHS tapes. I still do. It was gold. The toys were all gold. What is happening?
You have to watch those VHSs again and video with your phone so you can show people.
If you do, though, it's changed. Just like the Bernstein Bears.
Even when you video with your phone, so when you watch your VHS right now, you say that it's silver in your VHS.
Yeah.
No fucking way.
Yes. Just like the Chick-fil-A thing. Wouldn't there be signs of the old Chick-fil-A sign? Or at least, all right, fuck Chick-fil-A. Because you guys are like, I really know. Curious George, though. Wouldn't there be books with him with the tail? I mean, no, they say he always didn't have a tail. Fuck, what's a better example? I guess the Mona Lisa smiling and not smiling.
Huh. She's always smiling.
What?
No,
No,
I think
she always
had like a smirk. She never had like a smile.
Right, she had a smirk. Now she's like, now she's like smiling. Not like this, but like more of a, you know.
So do you think it has anything to do with the Nazis in World War II? This Mandela effect?
No, I don't, because if you notice them, they're all like 60s on.
Okay.
Right?
But maybe they changed shit when Adolf Hitler was like into his high technology phases or whatever, and because maybe he didn't die, maybe he like fucking got transported or time traveled or some shit, changed something, and it had its ripple effect.
They were super into the occult, the Nazis too. They love that shit. I don't know. That's interesting. I mean, the 2012 time merge theory is a fucking interesting one.
Maybe it was that. Have you guys heard of this thing that happened? I can't remember where it's at in the world, but there's a giant tunnel underneath the earth. And what they were trying to do was send atoms as fast as they could
CERN.
towards each other. Yeah. You know this place?
CERN, yeah.
Yeah, CERN. It's the
there's more than one.
Well, no, the one he's talking about. No, the big one, the CERN. It goes over like it's like 3 countries it takes up.
Yeah.
And it's Hadron Collider, and they shoot particles. Yeah, they say that might have caused it too. That was 2012.
It's the upside down and shit, man.
Yeah,
that's what that.
Here's a funny thing too, not funny, interesting thing. We can't prove or disprove a multiverse, multiple parallel dimensions. We can't, right? We don't know. We don't know what's possible, what's not possible.
We can't until Rick and Morty come into our verse.
Right? Unless C-137 Rick comes over. But imagine seeing a fucked up version of myself with just fucking scars. I'm like, oh my god, is that me?
Have the Simpsons ever gone over the Mandela effect?
Probably.
Because that would be crazy.
Yeah, at least a couple times.
I heard a scientist say where if there was an exact clone of you out there in the world, or like, you know, parallel universe, and you guys cross paths, you might actually not even recognize yourself, because how we see ourselves. Yeah. So like, let's say Mark crosses paths with Mark, so it's Mark, but Mark from universe 2. So you guys are the fucking same, except maybe like Mark's in universe 2, his fucking someone died sooner than they should have, but everything else is the same. So your bodies are the same. The scientists say how the way our brains work, like when we look at ourselves like in the mirror, we actually alter the way we look in our mind a little bit, like slightly. So they say that like the way we perceive ourselves is the way other people looking at us perceive us differently. So we actually might look at a version of ourselves and be like, oh, that guy kind of looks like me, and just keep going, not realizing like that's you because of our brains.
If you ran into a clone of yourself, if you ran into a clone of yourself and you fucked it, would that be gay or masturbation?
Masturbation.
Could be both. Could be both. Could be gay masturbation. No,
no, man. It's the exact clone of yourself. You're technically just fucking yourself.
Well, no. If you're gonna call it both, then masturbation's gay.
Right. It's kind of. I mean, you are jerking off a dude.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. In fact, I look at myself. I'm like, you like this, you bitch? That's what I say to myself in the mirror when I jerk off. That's a good question. I'm gonna have to sit on that one and think about it. Just like that clone might sit on me. But I'm a believer in the multiverse theory, honestly. I have nothing to go off of. I just believe it. I have nothing to go off of. I just believe it.
Well, do you think
you guys saw that NASA thing, right?
With the noises and shit in outer space?
No, they said that they... I said you guys heard that NASA thing. So what they said is they found a what is it? Alternate universe or something,
right? And they said it was bullshit.
Well, time runs backwards is what they were saying.
And then they said it was bullshit like the next day.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I saw it because I was super into that article, and then the very next day, NASA's like, "It's not what we said." And I'm like, "All right, fucking fun takers. Oh, we can't have alternate dimensions, you fucking nerds. Give us alternate dimensions, then NASA. Do your fucking jobs. Tell us the Earth is flat, and tell it." Okay, that's what I don't believe. I don't believe the Earth is flat conspiracy.
You see this table right here? This table's flat.
True that. Flat. True that.
Do you believe that Australia is a real place?
No.
Exactly. It's just a place of it's like a place in your mind. It's not an actual physical place.
Kangaroos are cool though.
They are.
Well, that's what people say about Wyoming.
America.
Here in America.
There's a subreddit that says Wyoming isn't real, so that's fun.
I don't know. I've never been there, so to me, it's not. You can't tell. Yeah, you can't prove to me it is unless I go there.
If Wyoming wasn't real, then wouldn't the Yellowstone not be real then?
Oh, if that place blows, we're all fucked.
Exactly.
Yeah. Especially all the nukes that they got up there.
Yeah.
Are we supposed to talk about that?
I don't know.
I'm probably not supposed to say that online on YouTube.
You have the keys to the place? Like they're like here, lock up and we're done.
I thought it was like common knowledge though that everybody knew that there was nukes up in
I don't know. I'm like a history nerd, like a buff. I also love like military history because it fascinates me, like wars and shit. I'm very anti-war, but like I also at the same time am fascinated by war because it's interesting. Like, you know. But I am always interested in like where we store shit, like where we keep nukes and stuff. It's crazy to me that we just burrowed out mountains and like, yo, we're storing nuclear waste and nukes here. We cool with that? I'm like, I guess. We don't have really much to say about it.
I don't really have a choice, do I? You're already doing it.
Like, we're gonna bury all of our nuclear waste in the mountains here. It's safe. No, it's not.
Sure.
Get the fuck out of here. It's safe.
Except for we still don't have any superheroes, which is bullshit. If you're gonna dump nuclear waste, at least turn some people into superheroes. What the fuck?
Can we at least get a three-eyed fish?
Yo, I've been asked so many times, like, if you were a superhero, what would you do? You know, it's like if you had powers, and I want to say I'd be a hero, but the more I think about it, I'm like, nah, I'd for sure be a villain. Like, for sure, it's way easier.
Oh yeah.
You want? Why would I be a hero? That's stupid. Use your powers for fucking selfish reasons and evil, and just go on with that.
What would you do if you're invisible? Definitely rob a bank for sure. That would happen.
Oh yeah, easily. Murder, rob.
Well, it seems like every supervillain. I mean, yes, they get caught, but then they're out again. So,
yeah,
why not be a supervillain?
Right, but you got to build up a loyal henchman following to bust you out of prison.
Oh, that's true.
The cool thing about getting out of prison when you're a supervillain is... So you want
to be Republican as a supervillain.
Yeah. Yeah. They come out to the polls, man. You know? You need that turnout if you want to break through those bar cells. Are you gonna get
depends on who you ask.
You're going to get
People already think that.
You're going to get a bunch of fucking woke kids to pull those bars open? Nope. You gotta get your followership where it counts, you know? No, I definitely... Like, I still wouldn't rape because I'm morally against that, but I would for sure murder people I hated and for sure easily steal money, for sure. If I was invisible. Easy. That's an easy layup of an answer.
Yeah, you were saying all supervillains get out of prison. You know why? Because for some fucking reason, everybody gets arrested with like a buttload of C4 in their pocket, I guess, because they just blow the fucking doors off every time.
That's true. They do a terrible job.
Do you not check that? Do you not check their pockets?
I like how in like the worst like movies and TV shows that depict superheroes and supervillains, when they arrest the villain, they just put him in jail, but he's like still in his costume, but like wearing the prison jumpsuit. Like, yeah, you still give him his costume. You fucking, what are we doing? Like, it's always like some guy in a giant iron suit, but he has like the prison jumpsuit over it. He's like, oh, I'm in jail. It's like, yeah, but he still has his iron mech suit. Like, what? Yeah. It's so stupid. I hate lazy writing like that.
Do you know who is not a supervillain? Ballsy. Ballsy has great products like ball wash, nuts, butts, and body wash, nut rub, cologne, and sack spray to neutralize odor. They also have products online like Great Head Shampoo and Conditioner. Go to ballwash.com. Use promo code STMPod to checkout.
Nice drop.
Good segue.
Yeah. Except for like, every time after the ads, it's like it takes a minute to get back into the show, though, which is odd.
How about Rogan?
You need to pre-record them and then just slide them in.
I guess so. That's what she said.
How about Rogan getting 100 mil for Spotify?
Yeah, I saw that.
Good for him.
Me and Mark have talked about that a few times now. Mark's like all about getting on Spotify.
I am. Yes.
I
firmly believe that podcasts are going to blow up on Spotify. Everybody needs to get on the train. They're going to launch a video format too.
And they are. So which is great. Great for fuck YouTube, number one. Two, I'll be honest with you. We've been on Spotify. We get like no fucking downloads, no listens on Spotify.
I have to look.
I've only started getting downloads on Spotify since I've started focusing on sharing my link for Spotify.
Interesting.
I've had a few people ask me if we're on Spotify when they're like, "Oh, where's your podcast? You guys on Spotify?" I've had that a few times.
Yeah, that too. But that's like I could count on my hand. Like it's like you guys on Spotify? Like yeah. It's like all right, cool. And like that was one guy, like 1 or 2 times.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but I hope it blows up. I just hate YouTube with a passion because they're a bunch of fucking egalitarian, fucking Silicon Valley douchebags who want to like promote what they want and stop speech. But here's my prediction for YouTube. All good content will leave YouTube, but they'll still succeed because like we had this argument in the fucking the group chat the other day. Because they still have fucking content where like kids will watch the show and they'll get like fucking 200 million views from like an unboxing video and just kids watching it over and over and over again. So YouTube will still be, YouTube will be a thing, but all like the adult content, everyone's gonna leave. So that won't be a platform for adults anymore. At one point,
we need a more adult platform, like Pornhub and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a good idea though.
Well, a lot of people have moved over there. So the people that get booted from YouTube, they have channels on like Pornhub and stuff. So you're like looking through porn. It's like, what is this guy doing? Unboxing shit? The fuck?
Yeah.
He's opening up kids' toys. Why is he opening up kids' toys? I don't understand.
By the way, has anybody done an unboxing sex toy show on Pornhub? Because that's a fucking... I'm patenting that. If it hasn't done, we're live. It's Adam's idea. I'm going to do it.
That's probably not a bad idea.
I know. I'm calling it. I'm doing it. Fuck. I shouldn't have said anything. Someone's going to steal it. I'm also super lazy. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah. You can unbox and then show how they're used.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'll have my wife peg me. I mean, this is how this dildo works. And I'm like, it's really good. It's good.
I can have my wife peg me. I'm pretty sure I've said that before. Anyways, moving on. I was checking the clients over here on my insights, and it says Spotify is very, very, very small on my little graph here. So most of it is other. Other's my biggest. I don't know what other means, but it's my biggest.
Yeah, no, then, I have a decent thing Apple. With other too, and I don't even know what the fuck that. I also got picked up by. I got picked up by archive.org the other day, and I don't even know what the fuck that is.
But podcasts for iOS is my second biggest. So it goes other, podcasts for iOS, and then everything else is just mixed in between. It says Amazon Alexa. I don't know who the fuck's listening to this show on Amazon Alexa, and then Apple Watch.
Us too. I was like, who put this on Alexa? I say cunt way too much. For people that listen to this on Alexa, on Nerds with Words. Are we kidding? What are we doing?
Cunts with words.
Cunts with words. That's kind of what that show is. Honestly.
There's nothing wrong with a little cunt sprinkle.
Yeah.
Just sprinkle it in there.
Yeah. I think I just miss doing stand-up. I just try to push the edge on podcasting now. You know?
Is stand-up even a thing there? Like, can you go anywhere around you to do open mics?
New York.
Have you done any of the... Have you done any of the video mics or anything?
I wholeheartedly refuse to.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been a lot of people.
I've been asked 3 times for 3 separate ones. I was like, I'm good, and they were all paid. And I was like, I'm good. I'd rather watch puppies on Christmas morning starve to death outside my house while they freeze than fucking do a Zoom fucking comedy show. Like it's 99.
I'm glad this is a Zoom comedy show.
99% of fucking comedy is audience reaction, like the environment. Because here's what Zoom comedy is. Either, okay, so first of all, everyone's internet isn't the same, so delayed reactions, and comedy is all about timing, so good luck with that. That's 1. 2, are you going to mute people's mics so then the comic can't hear feedback, so they don't know if they're bombing, they don't know if they're doing well, they don't know what's going on? Are you going to mute everybody's mics so the comic's just looking at blank faces and no laughs? Like, do you mute their camera so you don't see anything? Like, there's so many variables. It's so dumb. Every comic I've talked to, they're like, it's fucking stupid. I hate it. Like, no one's. But listen, I mean, people making money off it. Do what you want. Do it if you want to do it. It's just, I'm not doing it. There's no fucking way. I'll wait.
Zoom comedy is would be my entrance into comedy because I've always talked about it. I've never done it. I've barely written anything ever. But Zoom would probably be the best place for me because I'm used to telling jokes and not hearing a reaction.
But it's nothing like real stand-up. Like, I was trying to bail you from trashing yourself too hard. No, fucking, it's not. It's just not the same. Like the joy, like the fucking, like that rush of like telling a joke and being like, oh, let's see where this goes. And then people be like, you're like, oh, it's so fucking satisfying. And I can't imagine being like, da 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 da. And there's people looking back at me like on a video camera, like fuck you. You know, this joke's funny. Like, I don't need this shit. I'll just wait for I noticed like a lot of like comments I respect. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say also comics on comics is a whole different thing. Like they can think you're funny and appreciate it, but they're not gonna laugh. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that was a good joke. That's the kind of atmosphere that most comics put out when they're listening to other people do comedy. They're like, oh yeah, that was great. That was a good one. But they don't actually laugh out loud. You know what I mean?
I do for new stuff for my friends, but like my friends' old bits, like they're funny, they're great jokes, but I've heard them so much. If you know, I'm like, I'm not. Yeah, I'm also though. I'm around so much comedy. I do get dead to comedy in a way. Where like even really good jokes, new stuff, I'd be like, I will do that. Like, oh, it was funny. And I'm like, I'm really underselling how funny that was because I'm just kind of dead because like I'm around it all the time. And when your brain's constantly thinking like bits, what can I write? What's this? What am I doing here? How can I do that? It's like it kind of takes the fun out of it a little bit. Especially I've been doing it for fucking 7 years. Like it's not like new to me, and I'm past the honeymoon phase of comedy. Like 0 years to 3 years is like comedy's fun, and then 4 years you're like, that's when you're like, oh, maybe your 4th and 5th year is like, oh, maybe I can make something of this. But then also the 4th and 5th year is like, I fucking hate stand-up comedy. Like it's draining. I hate it. It's demoralizing. I fucking bomb all the time because like you're still getting good. Like, you know, it's
comedy.
a rough road. Comedy. Comedy? What's up with comedy? Fucking Seinfeld's last special sucked. like it's just whatever, you know.
With Seinfeld's last special, like I feel like that's all he did the entire thing. Like everybody hates everybody.
But that's Seinfeld.
Like it seemed like typical. I know. It seemed like typical Seinfeld, but it's like, come on, dude. Like,
I agree with you, dude. Here's the thing.
It's 2020, dude. Yeah. Like, come on.
The sitcom Seinfeld is my favorite sitcom of all time.
Now.
Yeah. You there's apps you could bang people. Like, come on. Stop talking about airplane food, Jerry. Like, we're over that. Like, you know, it's like it's just Seinfeld, the show, was the best sitcom of all time. And his stand-up is just what the fuck ever. It's just like,
let's not act like you have been to
This is not good. This is not, you know, it's a bummer. And like I've watched a lot of stand-up specials lately, and I'm like, some are good, and a lot are just like, how is this on fucking Netflix? Like,
I watch a lot of stand-up also, and that's what I was saying. I got kind of to that place when you said you were kind of dead to comedy, where you're like, all right, that was an all right joke, but you're not like laughing about it. That's how I am.
Now imagine like almost every night being in a fucking a room somewhere with fucking comics that you don't know, good comics, bad comics, and all you're hearing are fucking comedy. It's like it's a weird thing to complain about.
Imagine the COVID-19 jokes that are going to come out. It's kind of like podcasting. So during the whole, this whole thing,
I can't wait to roll my eyes, dude.
Didn't you say there was 83,000 new podcasts since this thing came out?
Yes.
Is that true?
So it's like oversaturated. Yes. A whole bunch of new podcasts. Everybody's sitting at home. Comics like yourself, who decided, I'm sitting at home not doing anything. I'm going to start for one, OnlyFans. Those are huge right now. And two, podcasting. Podcasting and OnlyFans is all that's happened that's come out of COVID-19.
That's true.
So I can't wait till the whole thing's over and people stop podcasting. Like, I've been doing this for 3 fucking years. Get out of here. I'm not saying I'm the best, but I at least put the time in.
Yeah, I agree with that. It is kind of bullshit. We've been doing Nerds with Words overall for 2 years. It's like, but I mean, we're 2 comics who do that show, but like we do that show because we're comics and like it helps get our name out there, helps people come to the shows. It's also super fun to do. It helps with bits. Like we've just again bullshit on that show, found a funny topic, and I've come up with like fucking bits in my act now from just talking on that fucking show. Like that are good bits. Yeah. So like it's helpful. But yeah, there's way too many. There doesn't need to be that many, probably.
I do that on Discord all the time. So the Kill Tony Discord channel, I'm in like constantly because there's a whole bunch of people. Show. Nice. I didn't know you were on Kill Tony. I'll have to check that episode out.
I did well. Me and Neil, we were back to back. I got up, and then I think Neil got up right after me or 2 after me, and we both did fucking really well.
You'll have to send me that episode. I don't know what Randy's here. Randy, shout out to Randy, the co-host. It
was the 3rd Philadelphia Kill Tony. I'll send it to you in the DM.
Randy says I don't. Randy says I don't watch stand up either. Either the comedian is good and I feel inadequate, or they aren't, and I'm pissed that the unfunny bastard his career.
I think you would say bastard has a career.
Yeah.
Yeah,
more
dude,
of a career than I do.
I don't care. I'll just say whatever whatever. Like, there's a lot of comic specials out there that are fucking they're not good. Like, they don't deserve to be there. They're there because they fit in the agenda. Like, Mark Normand and Sam Morril are better than
comedy.
Are better than 90% of those fucking comedy Netflix specials right now. And the fact that they didn't have a special is fucking like a crime. That they're not on Netflix, but fucking Hannah Gatsby has 2 Netflix specials.
You said tuna. 2 Netflix specials sounded like tuna. Anyways, moving on.
Yeah, because the second one's coming out.
What I was saying before that, I was like, I'm always in the Kill Tony Discord and we chat all night. It's like a giant chat room, voice chat room. So you go in there, people come in and out. There can be like 30 people in there at the same time, which is insane to hear 30 people talk at the same time. But I'm in there all the time just chatting it up because I'm driving all night, so I got nothing better to do than throw on the Bluetooth headset and chat with people.
Yeah, for sure.
But sometimes I'll be in there talking and just doing random shit, saying random things. They're like, oh, that's a great bit. And I'm like, what the fuck's a like I'm not in the comedy world, but since they've been saying stuff like that, I've started writing things down here and there. But
here's my opinion.
You're saying with podcasting, when you like you were saying, you come up with bits podcasting. It's the same concept. If you're just hanging out, chilling, talking to people, like, oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, if I was you, dude, once all this shit blows over and whatever, I would try some open mics.
I know the people who run the open mics around here.
There you go. Go to them. Because here's the thing, like, if you'll never, and by the way, you're gonna suck. Like, you're gonna suck. You're gonna suck. But like, don't let that discourage you. Like, by the way, you might do well your very first time, because a lot of people do. And then you're going to be like, yeah, and then the second time, you're going to fucking eat your dick like a clown's pulling out fucking cloth from his mouth. And you're going to be like, what happened?
Speaking of, I wrote a bit down that I tried on Twitter, and it did not do well. I said, if there was ever a taxi company named Hitler and you needed a cab, you'd have to hail Hitler. And it did not do well.
That's pretty funny. But that's a perfect Twitter joke, actually. That's a perfect Twitter joke. Yeah, man, I would say just write 5 minutes. Just figure out 5 minutes you want to do and go down and do it. And just keep doing it.
Yeah.
And the real test is not to have your friends laugh at you. When you start to get strangers to laugh at you, that's when you know you actually have something.
Yeah, strangers laugh at me all the time, but I don't even tell jokes.
Anyway. You go to your first open mic though, like you're in front of a bunch of comedians, like they've never heard your material for the first time, so they're gonna laugh if you do have anything funny, right? So
no. You mistook comics as good people. We're not.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
We're garbage. I'm one of the nicest people in comedy, and I'm a piece of shit. So, like, I don't know what that means. Like, I don't rape or touch anybody. And
we get it. You're against rape.
No, comics are fucking the worst. Like, I mean, we're the worst. Like, we're so selfish. We fucking don't. We won't laugh if they're like, oh, it's like. It wasn't that funny. It's like, it was funny. Give it up to him. Like, I'll laugh. I don't care. I don't have that ego. But, like, if I think it's funny, I will absolutely laugh. But if it's garbage, I'm not going to fake laugh, though. Like, I won't fake laugh for a new comic. I won't. Like, that's bullshit. Like, there are some people who are like, he's new. I'm like, so? Fuck out of here. No one fake laugh for me when I was new.
What about the obvious fake laugh, though? Like, ha ha! No?
That's rude. You don't know, like, you're not gonna be rude either. Like, that's, it's more rude to do that than not to laugh, honestly.
Well, clearly I'm a bigger asshole than you are then.
You feel like I've been doing this whole show?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a weird thing. It's a weird world, comics, but they're pieces of shit. So, like, no, new comics, like, my very first open mic was at the Comic Strip, which is like a fucking failing club in Manhattan. And I went there, and, like, I did okay for my first time. And, like, there was, like, 2 comics who were cool. And they're like, hey, man, you're pretty funny. And then, like, every time after that, it was just, like, fucking bomb. No one would talk to you. No one would hang out. It's fucking sucked.
Do they charge in New York to do open mics or no? Yeah.
Of course. It's a fucking scam. Yeah. But, like.
Yeah, the people outside working the street, handing out the pamphlets just so they can get some time eventually.
Bark. People still bark.
Yeah,
come book some shows in Phoenix, man.
Dude, I would fucking love to. Well, in fact, I think after this, see, the problem is, like, I don't have a manager. I don't have a fucking agent. Everything we do is on our own.
I'll be your agent.
So thanks, buddy. So, like, everything we book ourselves. So, like, I think we're doing a little tour. We're going to call it the Brother Bear Comedy Tour. Me, Neil Wood, Zach Petrovich, and Blaze Kagakis. We're all going to go on a little tour, but, like, it's going to be pretty much like Pennsylvania, New York, Jersey, Ohio, because that's where our connections are. Dude, I would fucking love to go out to fucking Phoenix and shit, but, if so, I got to try to figure out how to get out there and make some hookups. But, yeah.
I could probably get you a bar show here in Evanston if you want.
Yes, I will fly out to Wyoming. I'll lose all the money.
I definitely know I could get you on open mic in Phoenix, but I'd have to, like, reach out to my connections just to see if I can get you at, like, Stand Up Live or some shit or the Tempe Improv or whatever.
No, I mean, honestly, like, again, we've all been doing stand up for fucking 6-7 years. Like, like, we have tapes to send if that was the case, but yeah, like, the thing is, like, it's hard without, like, fucking, an agent or anything. When
we've had some decent comics come here and do shows, and they got the door split with the bar or something. So you could probably get you something like that, but.
Oh yeah, but it's like, it's like.
Who wants to go to Wyoming?
It's like, I was gonna say, it's like, yeah, sure. It's like, I'll split with the bar, and then we'll just do 70 more of those, and I'll break even for the flight.
Yeah, he said I'll fly to Wyoming. You cannot fly to Wyoming, by the way. That
What?
does not happen. You cannot fly here.
There's no airports?
You have to fly into Utah and then drive here, which is annoying.
Is that true?
That's true, yeah.
The state sucks. That's stupid. If you can't
Why
fly
would
in
they
your
not
state.
have an airport?
There's an airport here, but it's like 5-seater planes, those little tiny guys.
That's pretty bananas that there's not just one at least domestic airport anywhere.
There might be one in Cheyenne. That's 6 hours from where I'm at. So the closest place to fly into is Utah.
Well, yeah,
which you could go.
It's a big
if
state.
If you're flying into Utah and you had a show at Wise Guys, which is a really big club.
Yeah, it is.
And then you could drive here for the bar show. There you go. So boom, you made your money.
How far
you could come hang out
is Wise Guys from you? Like for real?
About 90 miles, probably.
Oh, it's not that bad.
No.
So even if you wanted to go check out a show for the weekend, that's not a far drive.
No. Oh, speaking of comics coming out and Phoenix, like you were saying, I heard Lewis and
Kurt Metzger are going out.
Kurt Metzger are going out there next week. Or not next week, June.
We're open for business, man.
I know.
Shows are starting to get booked.
All you gotta do is get Kurt Metzger and Louis J. Gomez in 2 weeks.
What I'm saying is, you should try to get them on your show.
I know some of those guys, but you should try to get them on your show. Yeah.
Oh well, yeah.
Me and Mark both have now had Ralph Sutton on our shows. So
I don't know Ralph.
Got a foot in the door.
I know a few of the Gas Digital producer guys. I've been on Gas Digital. I've been on Larry Sharp's show. He runs his show at Gas Digital. That's good. It's a cool studio.
Nice.
It's not that big. It's honestly I thought it was bigger watching it for so many years. And once you get there, you're like, oh
yeah,
it's nice though. It's a fucking nice place. But
we're big fans of that.
Yeah, me too.
I listen to everything Gas Digital, man. I love all those shows.
I'm friends with a lot of those guys. They're fucking awesome. I'm friends with Caitlin Rupert, Dave Temple, fucking Aaron Berg. I was supposed to be fucking Aaron Berg's. Him and Karen Feehan run a show every Monday night at the Stand, Frantic, and I was supposed to do fucking that show right before, and then COVID hit. Now I didn't get to do that show. Fuck me,
Aaron Berg's a funny motherfucker. Aaron Berg is a funny motherfucker. I saw.
Man.
So Karen kept doing Lewis's show.
They used to date.
Real Ass Podcast, and they talk about her OnlyFans. So I hop on the Reddit page, and guess who leaked Karen Feehan's OnlyFans? That's awesome. All of Lewis's fans just leaked a bunch of her nudes into the subreddit.
Yeah, of course they did. It's so funny. It's definitely funny. I love those guys, man. I mean, they're fucking great. Yeah, Berg's the man, dude. We had to come out. We run a monthly show out in a suburb of Philly in Chalfont. It's called Chalfont. It's a town, and we had Berg come out, and he fucking crushed the room for 45 minutes, dude. Just fucking fire.
Every time I hear him on Comedy Fight Club or podcasts or stuff, he's fucking hilarious, man.
Dude, fucking his wife's really funny too, and she's cool as shit. Yeah, she's also a very funny comic.
Well, I said Comedy Fight Club because Lewis used to do Roast Battle, and it was great, and then stopped doing that and turned that RSS feed into Comedy Fight Club, which is Matt Maron's show.
Yeah. I've only done two roasts in my entire career, and they're hard. And I did well in both of them, but they're fucking. It's like nerve-wracking to write for them. It's so scary because I don't want to look like not good. I want to be funny.
It doesn't seem like it would be funny. Like I mean, you could roast somebody and it be funny, but at the same time, like you're writing a joke to roast somebody that you normally do comedy with. Like for me, it doesn't seem like it's entertaining.
I'm actually not. I'm a big fan of the art of it. I'm not a big fan of doing them.
Okay, yeah.
It's hard I'm not that joke writer. Like, again, co-host Neil Wood, he is great. Like, he's like really quick, really good at one-liners. Like, that's his fucking thing. I saw him one time. He did a roast show where it was Royal Rumble style. So it was two comics start, and then there's a judge. There's a ref, and the judge is the audience. And then it's like it's like rapid fire, like a minute each, and then goes to the audience, and then the winner just stays on stage and keeps going.
Okay.
Like a Royal Rumble. Neil went through like 15 comics of just pure hate in his heart. Like, just pure hate in his heart of other comics that he doesn't like. He was just like, and this is why you suck. And just da and was like, I was like, dude, you're killing it. And he finally got knocked out. But like I couldn't do that, especially with no preparation. Like he had it was off the cuff. Like that's what he's good at. Me, I had like weeks to prepare, and I was like the day of, like I'm not done. Like I'm still writing them, like in the fucking green room. I was like still writing jokes. So it's not my forte, but I love roast battles. Like I think they're great. It does help write jokes though. Like it is a way to help you write, because it's all about like quick thinking, clever jokes. It's hard.
See, none of us could do it right there. None of us.
I did roast. You guys know Delvin Cox for his birthday.
Yes.
Yeah.
I closed out that roast, and I crushed that roast too. that was a little different because like an online thing. It was more of like a traditional dais roast, like the roast of. It wasn't a battle. Yeah. That was like a traditional roast.
A great underrated roaster is that motherfucker Jody B.
Dude,
that dude is a funny motherfucker.
He crushed it in that roast. And he fucking his what he. I don't want to give away what he wore because I think it's behind a paywall. I think it's behind Patreon.
Yeah, I've heard it. Yeah.
I think everybody should go watch it. It's worth it. Whatever it is, it's worth it to go watch. What Jody wore alone is worth the $1, whatever the fuck it is. It's so fucking funny.
He told me about it. Yeah, he told me about it.
By the way, everyone crushed it. Everyone did awesome. Like for people who don't do comedy, like everyone did really well. I was actually really impressed. Like everyone did really well.
Jody's done like 3 or 4 of those roasting posts and stuff, and every time he's killed it. Dude's a funny dude. He's
a funny motherfucker though. Like, well, it helps if you're naturally funny. Like, it definitely fucking helps. But that doesn't mean it doesn't translate to comedy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I've never tried it. I've always been a fucking puss about comedy.
It's like, no, I'm just a big bitch about it. But
I'm a puss.
You should definitely do it.
That's what I told Ralph when he was on the show. We were talking about comedy also because he just started trying it, I guess. And he said, why won't you try it? And I was like, because I'm not funny. And he's like, that'd probably be a good reason.
Big J's ex-wife is doing comedy.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Actually, Big J, I was listening to Legion yesterday. It just came out, the new one, last night.
I gotta watch it.
And I got nothing else to do besides drive, so I listen to all that shit. But he was talking. He's like, I just got off the phone with my wife this afternoon, giving her mic advice because she's starting a podcast with 2 other comics. So I was like, oh, that's fun.
Yeah. I went back home to Staten Island right before COVID was the thing, and I went back home, went to the diner with my buddy. And it's a nicer diner. It's like 2 floors. They hold events on the upstairs floor and stuff. And I sit down and I see these giant posters everywhere in the Annandale diner for a comedy show. And I was like, who the fuck's running comedy? Because I'm like, I know all my friends. I know all my buddies in Staten Island, all my comic friends who run shows there, who I started with. And I'm like, I don't know who that is. And I'm looking down. I'm like, who the fuck's doing this show? Some comic I never heard of, and then one of the featured comics was Carla Okerson. I was like, get the fuck out of here. I was like, it's so funny. Yeah, so it wasn't anybody I knew put on the show. But that must be weird.
That's true, but also you got to give it up to him for the hustle. Like, we don't have anything comedy here in Evanston. And like a year and a half ago or something, we got with a couple of bars and a bunch of my comic buddies decided we'll just put on our own show. So we got some of the bars involved, and they've been doing shows here ever since.
Can I ask? And how's the turnouts?
I mean, to be honest with you, I don't go that often. But
So 3 of the residents of Wyoming show up.
No, because I'm curious, because you're not a big city in Wyoming. I'm assuming that's not a big city. Yeah. Okay, like
13,000.
Yeah, so I mean, hence the name of your fucking podcast. That's why I didn't want to assume, but like obviously, putting on a comedy show in Philly is dumb because A, you have Helium, B, you have fucking Punchline, you have 2 major comedy clubs in one city. Also, you have 1,000 comics putting on shows every day. There's so much competition; it's so oversaturated. So Neil and I were like, we're just gonna put on shows in the burbs, and then that's where we make all of our money. Because people actually want to come out to see comedy because like I'm not going to fucking Philly.
Yeah, I always thought it'd be a cool idea to get people more involved in comedy here because I love it so much. So it's like I wish that we could get like an awesome crowd going and stuff. I was like, but you got to start somewhere. I mean, it takes a while to build shit.
It?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big like if the bars promote it, like that helps. Like the bar we run our show at, they have a giant marquee sign outside, and they put it like on the marquee sign like the week of the show. And dude, we sell out. Like I think we only haven't sold out 3 times. Like it's crazy. Like people and like we get regulars who come all the time, and like they know Neil and I listen. Like we get podcast listeners out of it. Like they know us by name. They're like, "Oh, Adam, like you guys put on a great show." Like that. And we have different comics each month besides Neil and I. But like we always try to do a good job, and it's fun. And like if you could build it up, it people will.
It's like the Walmart mentality. So Walmart would always put their stores in small towns because that's literally the only place that we can go to shop for anything.
Right.
So we're at a town of 13,000. We're like, we don't deserve a Walmart, but they put one here because that's their MO. They like to put them in small towns because surrounding towns and other things like that have to go there to shop.
Yeah, Walmart likes to do that because they like to crush the minds and souls and hearts of small business owners. So they like to really stamp that out of society nowadays. So they like to do.
That's what I'm saying, though, if you can get that Walmart mentality where small towns are whatever your big business, that's where you're making all your money.
Yeah, right. But like now the problem is like if you want to travel, it's not feasibly possible. Like for Neil and I, like we can't travel the country doing that. There's no way. Like we would have to travel the country doing like
the small town comedy scene. What?
Yeah, the small town comedy scene won't support our careers. I don't think. I know it's a shock to a lot of people in this room, but
no, I said you should call it the small town tour.
Small town comedy tour.
It's all about advertising.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what we're gonna be doing. That's what the Brother Bear comedy tour is gonna be. This fucking, I think it's gonna be like Pittsburgh. We're starting in Pittsburgh, and then we're gonna go from there. But like, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a fun like month or less than a month just to tour around and just tell dick jokes again, whatever. Yeah. Talk about my dick and my life and how awful it is, and my brain trauma and the drug use and all that stuff. It's fun. So I can't wait to do that.
When we get off mic, I want to know like what the dollar amount would be to get you out in Phoenix.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's not high. I'll tell you that right now. It's not high. It's not about because Neil and I we're not famous.
Yeah,
we're just working comics, kind of. So like we just want to do comedy in front of people. We can't go into a negative. We can't go into a loss. It's silly.
Exactly.
But like, we'll talk. For sure.
Well, now's the time though because flights are dirt cheap. Like, I just booked a flight back. I'm originally from Wisconsin. I just booked a flight back, and I paid less than $100 just to go there, and then it's like less than $100 just to come back.
And there's technically like 4 airports around me, so I could I can pick and choose which one I want to go.
Shop it, you can shop it.
I have JFK, LaGuardia, Newark, Philly. I have like fucking all of them. So they're all in driving distance.
I do have a connect for like stand up live and Tempe Improv here in the Valley.
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
Yeah, no,
right?
we'll definitely talk.
All right.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
Look at me bringing people together.
Yeah, right.
Like the fucking Beatles, baby. Brother Bear.
He's more like Oko, though.
Doing the Lord's work. Doing the Lord's work.
Well, I'm gonna keep on you about coming out to Evanston, Wyoming, put on a show.
I swear to God, man, if I have the disposable income to do that as a bit, I fucking will. Don't think I won't. I will. I don't care. This is my job. My job's comedy and podcasting. I don't give a fuck. I have nothing else to do. I will do that for a bit.
You got all that Bitcoin money, so.
I got all that Yeah, I will burn Bitcoin money for the bit. I will fly out there as a bit.
All right. Well, we just about hit it, I think, gents. That was a good show. I liked it.
Yeah, man. It was fun.
Shout out to Spunk Loop. I didn't do an ad for them, but go to spunkloop.com. Use promo code STMPod to check out. Shout out to a local. Yeah, well, because I actually have some Spunk Loop sitting right here. That's why I picked it up.
Oh, okay.
I got Spunk Loop on the desk, man. I always have Spunk Lube for some reason. And shout out to a local vape shop, a witch's vape shop. She's always hooking us up with cool shit. So if you're ever in Evanston, Wyoming, which I doubt you will be,
I'm making it a guarantee. In the next 3 years, I'll be there. No, fuck it. I'll knock a year off that. 2 years. Give me 2 years. I will make my way out there for a bar show. As long as we get the fucking party that whole fucking weekend, though.
Yeah, dude. I'll promote the shit out of it.
All right.
Do you vape?
Weed. Oh, Neil vapes.
Oh, okay.
Neil vapes.
There you go. So now we're 2 birds.
If you don't think I'm bringing him out with me, you're crazy. We're going out there together. The Nerds with Words boys are gonna fucking we're gonna fucking put our dent in fucking Wyoming. Because Neil likes. I don't drink. Neil drinks though.
Yeah.
And he's 6'5", so.
I don't drink a whole lot, but I could show you all the hot spots. This is the 3 of them that we have.
Just hook us up with other local degenerate comics, and we'll find our way. We'll make our way.
Yeah, the coolest part of it, I think, would be being able to get both you and Neil in studio. That would be cool.
That's of course we're doing that. That goes without saying.
Yeah.
And you too, Mark. If we come down, we're doing your fucking pod.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Fuck yeah! I love doing that. I love this shit. It's so much fun. That's why I'm so bummed and ripping up signs. Because I'm so fucking mad I can't go out and fucking tell jokes and stuff.
Good callback.
Yeah, so the cool part about doing stuff online is you get to talk to people you wouldn't normally talk to, like yourself. So it's cool to be able to get everybody involved and do a show together, but nothing quite beats an actual hang, I don't think.
I agree, man. In fact, Neil and I never have Skype guests for that reason, because we think it takes away. Now we are. But normally when we have the studio, it's like in studio, unless we have like a crazy guest lined up. Like, okay, we have a crazy guest lined up for June 3rd. We're releasing it that Sunday. But even if we weren't in lockdown, we would have Skyped him, because it's going to be bananas. It's going to be. I'll tell you guys off air who it is. But it's gonna be fun. I'm very excited. So he would have been Skyped in regardless. But normally it's like, no, be here or don't come on the show. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of cool because it opens up like a door where you can get guests you wouldn't normally get because everybody's just sitting at home, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, like maybe for our Patreon. Yeah, for our Patreon, we'll do stuff like that more.
Yeah. You all right, Mark? You're like dancing around. You got to pee?
No, I've been moving around this entire time, dude.
So, Adam, you want to plug some of your stuff?
Yeah, man. Just you guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Adam Nutter. On Twitter, I'm either telling jokes, starting political drama, fights with people, or I'm just trolling for fun. So you can follow me on Twitter if you like those things. Again, if you're a libertarian, hit me up. I'm a big. I try to. I'm like a Lester Dave Smith. I try to get people in the Libertarian Party.
I was going to mention Dave Smith.
Oh, Robbie Bernstein. Fucking. He was supposed to come out and do our comedy monthly show.
From the Bears?
Yes. No. Robbie Bernstein from Dave Smith's podcast. Part of the problem.
Callback. Yeah.
Yeah. He's supposed to come out soon. Yeah, so check me out on that stuff, and check out my podcast, Nerds with Words. You can find that at NWWcast. That's everywhere. Oh, and if you guys are into sports, I do have a sports podcast called Slapstick Sports. That's where we just bullshit about what's going on in the sports world. We mainly make fun of each other also. So check those out. Slapstick Sports and Nerds with Words are available everywhere. And if you guys are feeling donatey, you can donate to our Patreon, patreon.com/nerdswithwords. We put out a lot of extra content. We do different than our normal shows. We'll do like we just released the episode who had better villains, Spider-Man or Batman, and we broke down 10 of the best villains of each side and like who had better shit. So if you're into nerd shit like that or just comedy, hit up our Patreon. $1 gets you access to everything. So that's it for me. And check me out when I'm on the road again.
We also have a Patreon. I don't add any extra bonus content. Just whatever's on there's on.
How am I supposed to follow that? Yeah, I'm Mark from the Amigos PC. You can find us on amigospc.net. I also have a money podcast where essentially it's cash flow, money making money. Go check it out.
You guys know where to find us at STM Pod on all things social media, and we are also everywhere that you can be. We got on Pandora not too long ago, so you can even check us out on there if you want. Pandora, iHeart, Spotify, fucking everywhere. Laughable also, which Mark and me were talking about earlier.
I'm on that too. Yeah. There's words on Laughable.
I'm still waiting for my fucking email reply. Assholes.
It's weird that you got to email the guy. Song of the week this week. Nobody on the live show can hear this, but for the audio listeners, song of the week this week goes out to Hannah Bearcats and their new single Siren. So check them out at Hannah Bearcats on all things social media. That is a Curtain Call Record joint. Shout out to Angela from Curtain Call Records, who always hooks us up with dope new bands to listen to. So curtainrecords.com. Check them out as well. I think that's it, gents. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Thanks for co-hosting, Mark.
You're welcome.
Okay, bye. Assholes. In broadcast. I should have done that. Assholes.